Что у меня с вожжами, бля? Так, кто-то мне монитор заблевал. Рыжий, да, точно, блядь, поговорить. Поговорить с улжовыми на севере. Найти рыжего, блядь, этот рыжий, сука. Ебанутое задание. Блядь, вожжи напрягают. Ага. Обосрался, конечно, ночью ходить, бродить, это пиздец. А может, не быстрое путешествие сделать? Куда? Вопрос. Я могу подождать просто же, да? Точно. Что-то нихуя не поменялось. О, другое дело. Уж, блять, этот рыжий. Бля, ебанутое задание, отвечаю. Еще то не знаю что. По-любому рыжий забаговал.
Good health to you.
Ни хера не слышно.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Do you know anything about him?
I know him. What do you want of him?
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, he'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
Just think about this. If I do find him here and you've been lying to me, I'll have you hauled off in chains and turned over to the executioner.
I understand, lad. But I can't help you because he's not here. And that's that.
But
I told you, he's not here. Farewell.
Ой, блядь, и где мне его искать-то? По ёбаного рыжего.
Good day to you. What do you...
has anyone here seen Ginger?
That boy from the stud farm?
Yes, that's the one. Is he around?
No, he's not here. But he passed through not long ago on the way to Tomberg. You follow the stream to the west, and you'll find more charcoal burners there.
Take care now.
На запад. Сюда, что ли? Ой. Ну да, вон запад. Ну я уж там был, я бегал все вдоль и поперек. Махач. Мужики, чё не поделили-то? Ты шо, ебанутый? Меня нахуя нападать-то? Охуеть. Я хуя, если он здесь сейчас будет. Хотя это за картой, блядь. Близнец.
My respects to you.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. Do you know where I might find him?
Well, if you go south from here, you'll come across Old Andrew's Inn on the road. If you go along the road from there to the east, you'll reach Neuhof.
I know where Neuhof is. The boy isn't there.
Ah, I see. I can't help you then. I've never noticed anyone of that description around here.
That's odd. The charcoal burners by the stream told me they know Ginger and that he comes to visit you.
Horseshit! They probably just said that to get rid of you. Nobody likes a stranger sticking his nose into their business.
It's the business of my liege lord. I'm here because of what happened at Neuhof, and that boy knows something about it. Let me talk to him.
Hold your horses. First, prove you're with the garrison.
How? You want me to bring the whole garrison here?
If there's no other way. Because there's been 2 brutes asking after him too. And they look like they'd cut his throat without blinking.
I dealt with that pair. I happened to run into them and, well, it didn't end well for them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Ujits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
Good luck to you.
Что же, блядь, за рыжий такой? Блядь. Ага. Так.
Yeah.
Ага. Блядь, я тебя обыскался.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Ujits and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Ujits, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from Ujits and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from Ujits. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know. I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
You don't have to tell me everything, just who they were and where they went.
I only recognized one of them, a fellow from Uzhitz with a limp. He lives in a house on the edge of the village, but he's in the tavern there whenever he has the coin.
What else do you know?
Nothing. That's all.
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
It's all over with them. You've, nothing more to fear.
Really? God bless you! But there's just one thing.
Чё ты заебал?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
О, так. Кто, бля? Ага. Татарин, блядь. Стой, сучка. Так. Воинский тесак. Мгм. Сушеные грибы. Отлично, так. Какой-то хер на меня напал. Шесть. У меня 8. Ой, так. Почему? Опа. Поехали, значит, так. Пошатаемся.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy, and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
Ясно, ясно. Доходчиво.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Какое обучение?
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Хуя себе.
Isn't that quite a lot? What do you say to this?
That's a poor offer.
Ну, хоть другое дело, хоть снизим. Чуть-чуть.
Agreed. Now listen up.
Игрок. Угу. Так, а что там у нас по заданиям-то? В смысле? Пан Рацик? Где он? А, и ты здесь, что ли, тоже?
Lord above, what is it now?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognised one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Uzhitz. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhaya to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Merhaya?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Uzhitz. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new. Bye.
Ага. Бля, опять кого-то искать. Что такое? А. Мне спать охота. А, не все так плохо, заебал. Всего лишь сутки не спал. Так, а мне нужен кузнец.
Vagabond.
Так, продать. А чё так дешево-то, бля? Щит с гербом.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
Э,
Aye, that would do it.
Так, я вроде все продал, да? 46 из 100. Ухо половца, обосраться. Как его выбросить? Нельзя выкинуть. Почему? Так. Что-то я хотел, да? Но чего не помню. Так, шмотки я продал, оружку нельзя взять себе. Двуручную. Так, оружие. Минимальная ловкость 8. У меня ловкость 5. Так.
Take it quick before I...
Оружие. Короткий меч. Друг наемника. Кстати, Кике надо бы купить кинжальчик бы. О, колотушка. $500 стоит. 590, охренеть. А что так дорого-то, слышь? Так, я бы хотел заныкаться бы. Блин. Спать. Прямо у него спать. Нормально. Тихо, 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 тихо. Ага. Обосраться тут замки. Нормально. Зашел к мужику и там у него поспал. Бля, меня разбудили, походу. Ухожу, я занял твою койку, да? Эй, ты куда все мечи дел, слышь? Ля, какой, сука. Все мечи убрал. Ой, гнида, ой, гнида. Хм. И что теперь делать? Да, что за хуйня? Блять, какой жук-то все убрал? Заебись, зашли в дом, похавали. Ушли. А ибо надо двери закрывать. Бля, что делать-то с этим? С торговцем-то. Спит, смотри-ка. Блять, меч-то так я и не спизжу у него. И что делать? Блять, я вообще-то что у тебя спизжу меч-то. А я его не спизжу, оказывается. Бля, ну ты должен был куда-то все это деть. Вопрос, куда? Спасибо. Можно я выйду? Спасибо. Спасибо. Я там ничего не делал, я просто заблудился. Так, ладно, поехали, значит, куда? Что это такое? Неисследованное место? Купальни. Может пойти покупаться, что ли? Сейчас ночь. Давай мы вот так вот сюда. Блять. Блять, забываю, что это не Скрим. Надо всегда открывать двери, блять. Так, а я могу еще поспать? А то меня среди ночи разбудили. Ну, ранним-ранним утром мы встаем. Еще похаваем. Интересно, блять. Анимация двери. Так, шо, погнали, куда там нас зовут? Далеко. Город еще какой-то. Интересное путешествие, конечно. Хотя, может было бы и пешочком, наверное, съехать. Так сказать, чтобы разведать все. Но это было бы очень долго. Я же здесь был. Пойдем. Я весь грязный, да? Может, нам сейчас одежку хотя бы постирают. Ой, свинья. Я, видимо, переел чего-то. Блять. Так, дамы. Ага. Позволится услугами купальни.
I'd like to,
So, what are you...
Хочу купаться. Хочу подлечить мои раны. Быть с девушкой, постричься, побриться.
proper bath. And my clothes.
That can be arranged.
Да.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll... Take care.
Так. Ну вот, теперь я чист, смотри, какой я. Прям, ох, красавец, хоть прям жениться иди. Так. Почему я хочу все время нажать на Е?
Yeah. Yeah.
Блять. Пенек-то мешается. Бля, опять тут искать, небось, придется кого-то. Что если надо сделать? Ай, бля, ненавижу такой поимень. Писарю?
Yeah.
А писарь мне зачем? Хромой разбойник, такая себе перспектива.
Yeah.
Вот это я могу. Блять. Это было неожиданно. Так, пойдем к писарю, значит.
Yeah.
Точка перехода, отлично.
Feel free to have a knock.
Так, писарь у нас... Писарь у нас писарит, да? Ебать ты грязный.
God be with you.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here.
Отлично, теперь я буду грамотным.
Follow his heart.
Хоть немножечко.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on.
А я у тебя дома, что ли, прям ночевал?
Let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Что, прости? Чего мне сказал? Я не понял. В красноречие нет. Чтение 2. Пьянство 3. Так. Ага, книги. Блять, я в прошлый раз напиздил много книг. Я их все выкинул. Так, ладно.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
Ага, отлично. Так. Я тебя закрою, ладно? Чтоб ты не смотрел на меня. Книга. Она халявная, что ли? Так, а как выкинуть? Чего? Так, погоди. Так, дай-ка я сяду. О. О. Теперь... А это обязательно прям читать? Или как? Можно просто открывать? Просто не знаю, как эта механика работает. Так, а что по заданиям-то? Так. Ухажер. Сокровище, добрый вор. Интересно. Месть. Угу. Ничего не понятно. Чтение 2. Не пойму, оно повысилось, нет? Так. Так. Прочти книгу. Ты прям здесь, что ли? Я прочитал книгу. Какую хочешь, чтобы я прочел книгу, алё? Нет, да? Какую книгу-то прочесть, бля? Алло. Прочти книгу. Я прочел уже книгу. Сколько мне еще читать-то? Вот, смотрите, вот. Видите, смотрите. Опа. О святом Адальблете. Адальебре. Чего, блять? Я не хочу читать больше. Ебать, это хуй выговоришь. Как бы это... В смысле? Ну ладно. Может, надо именно у него купить книгу? Хер с этим чтением, пошли на задание. Куда там идти-то? Ага. Так, друг мой, блядь, несчастный. Ну, садись.
Yeah.
А что за совещание тут? Местные выборы? Чё такое-то?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Угу. О.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy.
Охренеть. Вот это новости.
I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Да. А зачем мне о нем что-то узнавать?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Понятно.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Так. Отдыхай, ладно. Итак, убедиться, он на месте, нет? Где-то мне надо со всеми поговорить, что ли? Это пиздец долго.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa.
I don't know how I...
Да, давайте.
Who was this?
Давайте по-быстренькому проскипаем, потому что это ничего интересного не будет. Все?
Do you know what
Поговорить со священником.
Do you know who That's all.
Так, закончили разговор. Все? Что за священник-то? Поговорить со священником. А, это во всем городе надо спрашивать. Вопрос, а зачем? Нахера мне он сдался-то? Так-то, блять. Чтобы о нем расспрашивать. Что мне это даст, во-первых? Для каждого жителя неохота опрашивать. Это долго. Так. Со священником, значит, да? Так. Где вход? Блять, в крест уперся. Ага. Так. Священника-то нету, блять. А где он может быть? Интересно. Это частная территория? Вот этот закуток? Это где мне священника-то найти, алло? А, вон ты где, бля. Прохлаждаешься, да? О, блядь. Священник-воин. Интересно, блядь. Чё завис-то? Ау! За что, блядь? Ты что, слепой, что ли? Я не пойму. Взял по мне, въебал. Дед, я что же могу тебе въебать, если так-то? Боишься, нет? Боишься? Знаю, что боишься. Чувствую даже. Так, давай поговорим.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanish of Leipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of stuff. I'm sorry.
Так, ладно, так.
Do you know what Lub...
I'm
Father... For heaven's sake, Father. Father, Lubosh...
May the Lord watch over you.
Так. Ты шо, блядь, дед, вообще, что ли? Мимо моего лица. Ага. Бля, священник, ты меня прям... Стой, только так вот мы сделаем все. А, блядь. Точно, есть же сохранение за шнапс. Как глупо, конечно же. Ну ладно. Эх, я так хотел много стрелять. То есть надо дождаться вечера, да, теперь? Обосраться. Что это такое? Кто-то говно потерял. Или это камни? Или это говно? Я не знаю. Я сдаюсь. Так, что, посидим здесь, да, значит, подождем его. Нашего святошу. Так, мне, пожалуйста, мохито со льдом. Можно, не? Нет, официанты сегодня не работают. Блять. Вечером. Вечером это во сколько? Может, так? Нет. 5. Нет еще. Так. Пекарь. Где все легкие сундуки так-то?
Hey, what the? Clear off before I call a catch pool.
Да ухожу и ухожу. О, не, хавать не будем. Не. Отлично. Да, мозгов у нее явно не хватает. Прям стопудово. Очень сложно. Да охуеть, слышь. Так. Ты ебать он. Дубина. Дубина. Паутина? Серьезно? Паутина, бля? Интересно. Зачем они хранят паутину?
Is someone there?
Да. Надо еще пару часиков подождать. Ага. Мне кажется, или вы меня наебываете? Прям жестко меня наебываете. Слушай, а с ними все в порядке, нет? Они как бы... Они как бы, блядь, странно играют. Причем забавно, что звук-то есть. А игры нету. Так, отче, где ты там наш? Ага.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Here, just as you ordered.
Huh?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. He had no warning. He just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of a church in Rovner. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that.
Мы сейчас
Now the
нахуяримся
most
с ним, походу, да?
important thing. What actually happened in Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exact. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword.
All right.
I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubos told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Uzhitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable
Как они много болтают.
church is drowning has turned to poison. Just like a they know what what do you I'm
Пиздец там диалог.
Don't you think it's a bit odd, Winston? What do you
if he
Where can I find What do the common
they in a few
Yeah.
No.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I'd be
What do you suppose?
that sounds like a good plan.
Ну, очко умения пьянства.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesnej smutek, do dnielo i rano utek, niech już małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už se jí bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jí kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední den. Půlkem se vábí a do rána slávy a tak vypad sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem.
Все, pошел уже по бабам.
Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejden, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět.
Enough of this. Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Да.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
А мне даже без выбора, да? То есть сразу махач. Что такое? Эй! Ай, блядь, что там? А, бля. Просто ушатал его нахер. Так. Нравится, блядь, нравится, сука. Ах, как... Просто размялся. Кулачки. Нормально, прям в столик пойдем. Ну, что такое? Вот это я дал, вот это я дал. Сам в ахуе. Куда это мы идем? Ага. Две девочки и два парня. Угу. Что-то мне... То любовница. Служанка из крачмы. А где субтитры? Бля, украли субтитры. Так, да, мы после вас. Сегодня мы будем с тобой спать, прикинь. В смысле, я на частной территории.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Колокол.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Охуенно.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
Бля, все опять будут грязные. Интересно.
What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Вот это поворот. Я думаю, это будет ночью, а не как бы не днем. Турнир вратая? Точно. А куда мы идем? Че делаешь, отец? Отец, бля.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry.
Да вообще
We
обосраться.
have a wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
Can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
Повежливее.
You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
Вот, мы уже оделись. Точнее, ты
I'll
оделся.
go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ
Если
almighty.
все будет хорошо.
Fine then. We have a deal.
А если нет, то нет.
Let's get to it then.
Так. У меня там пьянство открылось. Охуенно. Что-то и то хуйня, и то хуйня. Да. А где я должен прочитать проповедь? Что-то я не понял. Прям в церкви? Я хотел покурить сначала, сходить бы. Ебать, я босой. Доспехи. Подожди, чувак, сейчас я. Понизил себе репутацию.
I thought he'd never show up. The swamp.
Look, he can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Hear my words then. The church is corrupt, and her servants seek their own gain more than the salvation of your souls. A priest who fornicates and indulges in gluttony and intoxication is no priest at all. You would do better to be your own priests, each and every one of you, for you have no need for such Pharisees and hypocrites to attain salvation.
Yes! Down with the hypocrites! Down with Godwin!
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Нормально так раскатал.
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this. For shame.
Utterly blasphemous.
Can you believe such behavior? For men of the cloth to get drunk at...
И что это значит?
So, is our deal still on?
Are you pulling my fucking pizzle? I couldn't have done worse myself if I'd puked on the altar.
Well, I'm no preacher.
Yeah, I noticed. And I wasn't the only one.
You can't be serious. After all that?
All what? All you making a complete hash of my sermon? You were supposed to help, not get me into even more trouble. Now I'll have the bishop on my back and all the villagers. Just leave. I need to pull myself together.
And what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else to help you.
А вроде так все шикарно было. Угу. И что теперь делать? понял. Куда мне идти теперь?
Good day to you. What do you need? God bless.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish.
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubosh who...
Those that live by the...
Have you noticed anything suspicious? Do you know what Do you know who Lubosh used to...
I don't know.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name...
Of course, ask.
That man Lubosh... Have you noticed...
Well...
Do you know what... Do you know anyone... That's all.
God be with you.
А что делать теперь? А где мне этих панов искать-то, бля? Врата. Под голубятней. Как мне туда попасть-то, бля?
Yeah.
Бля, тут махач. А вы кто такие, мужики? Ясно. Разбойники. А. Блять, как больно. Чаще пиздец. Нахуячили вообще за минуту. Серьезно? Ебучий случай. Бля.
I'll be with you.
Can you teach me how to defend my...
Certainly.
I'm interested in more of...
All right.
180, охуеть.
Now, take close.
Что, меня просто повысил или что? А это не могу. Ладно.